Big Sexy Anthony,
What,
Expected Ant,
what'd you call yourself?
Big Sexy.
Oh, Big Sexy. All right.
Yeah,
All
and
right.
it's
I
my
guess
pleasure. It's my
you're
pleasure. It's my pleasure for you guys to have me.
okay.
And also too, I want to wish myself a happy birthday.
Oh, shit. It's your birthday today?
No, Monday.
Oh, my goodness. How old are you going to be, Anthony?
32.
32 years old. Still young.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
You're still young, my neighbor. I said neighbor.
yeah, but when you first met me, I was only like 20.
Still a baby.
Yeah.
It's good stuff, man. What
And
you
then
do?
well, I'm gonna eat some brownies.
All right.
Uh,
Special fantasy brownies
yeah.
where there are like unicorns and I guess you're gonna have unicorns and Pegasuses in your birthday, right? Some
Yeah,
leprechaun.
I might take a trip to Wonderland.
You would definitely will. Get into that rabbit hole, brother. Get into that rabbit hole with your special magical brownies. Anyway, this is happy birthday in early in advance birthday, Anthony. Um, this podcast has been brought to you by Solo Ads.
Yes,
And
indeed.
what is the topic that you've been obsessing about this past week, Anthony?
Well, before we get into that, I just wanted to talk about Detective Pikachu because you watched
Ah,
that movie. You
I
watched the
did.
movie,
Oh yeah.
so you can
Oh yeah.
tell us
Oh
was it
yeah.
good? Was it good? How'd you like it?
I was
Did it stick to the storyline?
fully prepared, brother. Fully prepared. You got it. Yep. Detective
So
Pikachu. That wasn't Detective Pikachu, by the way. That was one of the early Pokemon generation games. What's your question again, Mister Ant-Man?
oh no, how was the movie? Was it good? Did it stick to the original story?
You know,
Was
I,
Ash and Misty in it? Was Brock?
is this a spoiler discussion, or do you still want to watch it because you haven't seen it yet?
No, this is gonna be a spoiler discussion because there's about a 80% chance I'm not gonna watch it until it comes out on DVD.
DVD, not even Blu-ray, huh?
Yeah,
Not Netflix, not even Netflix, huh? DVD.
yeah.
Well,
Wait for no. You're right. Netflix. I'll probably wait for it to be on Netflix. So therefore,
okay.
if I don't like it, if I don't have to waste my money.
It's it's not. Well, I wouldn't say wasting money because um, when I do watch the film, I do order my tickets online, Fandango.
Hmm.
Fandango is a good way to purchase your tickets because then you get the Fandango rewards. So every time you purchase your tickets through Fandango, you get these rewards. So I don't know, maybe 5, 6 movies or films through Fandango. I think you get like $5, $6 off on your next purchase. So it does accumulate, helps you out on your. These are for hardcore like moviegoers who really want the movie experience.
And are you planning on getting us a Fandango sponsorship with this endorsement of Fandango?
No, no. If Fandango wants to do it, then by all means. So the film actually it, it's adapting the Detective Pikachu version of the game, not really the the
So
generation.
there's a Detective Pikachu game.
There is a Detective Pikachu game. I've never played it, so
Oh,
yeah, it's kind of like a standalone game kind of thing. I haven't really looked into it much, but it's not your typical Pokemon game where you catch the Pokemon and then battle them and stuff. It's more of I think it's more like an educational game. I haven't really gotten into it though.
I wonder
Um,
if no Pikachu speaks English in the Detective Pikachu game like he does in the movie.
I don't know. I mean, that's a good question. I went into this film not blind. I do know of the Pokemon lore because I've been a Pokemon gamer fan since the original Red, Blue, and Yellow.
Well, yeah, me too. Since like '97, but then I retired in like
You retired.
I retired like in 2002.
Oh, okay. So you're a 10-year vet. Wait, a
Hmm.
Pokemon vet already? Okay. Yeah, yeah. There's an 80% chance you're not gonna watch this film. Being a 10-year vet, that makes no sense.
Well, first of all, your math makes no sense. I said from '97 to 2002. That's only 5 years.
5 years. Okay. But usually it takes 10 years to be a vet. Retirement.
Well, when I got to high school, I had discovered new interests.
Oh, okay, okay. What was your interest?
Um, I was more into sports and
Uh-huh.
boobies.
Movies.
Yeah.
Well,
Um,
what's movies?
well, around that time, I discovered X videos, and that kind of took away my interest from Pokemon.
Okay, well this is going from, from the review. Well, it's just a quick review for the film. I mean, I overall I did like the film. Just the whole atmosphere of the digitalized Pokemon. I mean, it kind of has like a remember the movie Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Yeah, so it has like a
Cartoon
cartoon
live.
slash live action. Yeah.
Yeah, except these Pokemon are not as cartoony looking because of like some of the Pokemon characters have like if they're like frog type of Pokemon, they have some sort of like a slime look to them, kind of shiny. The rocks, they're different elements of different of the Pokemon have like the elements of realism to them.
Hmm.
Like Pikachu having fur, so it has some realism to it. I mean, I'm kind of like comparing the animalistic realism with Lion King. Have you seen the trailer to Lion King?
Yes, I have.
So I mean, it's not as good as the Lion King, but it still passes. It's good enough to where okay makes the viewers believe that hey, looks like these Pokemon can actually exist in the real world, or this is probably how they would look like in the real world without freaking people out.
Yeah, I know. I know we didn't. I know it's kind of off topic, but speaking of trailers, have you seen the Sonic the Hedgehog trailer yet?
I did, and I did not like it.
All right, so yeah, so you're okay. Yeah, because like that was like a big controversy. Everybody had the Sonic the Hedgehog trailer. Everybody was bitching and complaining about it. The number one complaint people had about the trailer though was about Sonic's teeth. But to me, watching the trailer, that's like the least of the things I'm worried about. Like that movie just looks like ass.
The whole you talk about the whole storyline.
Just the trailer, like I don't know the storyline, but just looking at the trailer, that movie just looks like it's gonna be terrible. I'm not really feeling Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik.
Because
Uh,
he's looking for like a fat.
it's not even that he's too skinny. It's just like he just seems corny. Like the whole trailer, the whole looks like the movie's gonna be corny. Like it kind of reminds me of the Rocky and Bullwinkle movie that came out like 20 years ago.
Man, I remember that. I never even watched that, even as a kid.
You
I
didn't
mean,
watch it?
wait, how long ago was that film? Like what, 6, 10 years ago? It's a
Nah,
long
it's
time ago.
longer.
It was a long time ago.
I think it was like either 99 or 2000.
This is when they started having
That's when they started
um
like doing live action movies of like cartoons.
of cartoons like Mr. Magoo. Remember that one? The Mr.
Yeah,
Magoo. I think the Three Stooges. Even like old films from back then, like the Three Stooges, Mr. Magoo, the Pink Panther. Remember that?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the Pink Panther was actually a remake of the old movie from like I think like the 60s.
You mean the shows like Serial,
Yeah,
the TV series, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that wasn't very good. I mean, I wasn't. really into that.
Yeah, Rocky and Bullwinkle
Like
came
the
out.
window, all that stuff, right?
Came out 2000. So 19 years ago.
Speaking of like adapting old cartoons or old TV shows, that's a nice. By the way, your hand looks like someone's vagina right now. Just to let you know, it's way out there. Like, whoa, Anthony, who do you bring? Who's in your room right now? Um, I'm I'm surprised they haven't done a Jetsons. Uh,
You know what? I'm surprised too because they've done the Flintstones
they're
and
gonna Flintstone.
They've done Scooby Doo and
It's like
they
so
even
many.
done they even did Josie and the Pussycats.
They did a Josie and the Pussycats. That's yeah, they did. They do have Archie. It's actually called. It's a TV show on CW. It's a dark drama series. They call it what's it called? Riverdale.
That's supposed to be Archie.
That's Archie. That's Archie Comics. You didn't know that?
Nah,
It's supposed to be a dark tone drama series.
I know on Netflix they redid Sabrina the Teenage Witch and they made that pretty
Yeah,
dark too.
they made that pretty dark too. Yeah, they're rebooting a lot of films now, remaking a lot of films, even old TV shows. Um, I also I don't know how this is relevant to Pokemon, but I guess we can just talk about it.
Oops.
Includes this episode of the X-Men
Solo Ant.
Silhouettes. Here,
Yeah.
this concludes this episode of the Fox,
Yeah.
the Fox Marvel Monopoly. Um, here you heard it. You heard everything here at the Silhouette. Until next time.
All right. Later.